So let me give you my best example of a vision statement. Now, it's rather long, but I think you'll see why I'll share this with you. This is an example of a vision statement. Blank is going to be a small world in itself, encompassing the things that were good and true in American life, dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, the hard facts that have created America. I don't want the public to see or think beyond the world they live in when they're inside our world created for them. Beyond physical places, we want to bring people along into an entirely different world with our philosophies, our ideas, our characters, our stories, our past, our present, and future, so that each of them are a part of it and never want to leave. At age 12 or age 62, we want them to feel curiosity, wonder, awe, fascination, joy, and attachment. Within this world, we want them to experience discovery and adventure, fun and entertainment, education, participation, and recognition. They will not just come to visit our places or to the theater to see our films. They will bring us into their homes and into their hearts. We will never settle for having customers or fans. They will all be blank people. This world will never be completed. It'll always be under construction, expanding, diversifying, playing more and more roles in their lives. Anyone want to guess who wrote that? Or what company it is? Anyone want to guess?
Disney.
Thank you. It's Disney. Well done. Walt Disney wrote that back in the 1950s, before he ever created his first park. Think about that. That was his vision for Disney back in the 50s. And his whole life became fulfilling that vision. The movies, the parks, the products, everything. Great example of a vision statement. So how do we go about creating a vision? Maybe the best way I can think of comes from another really good book from the author Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Anyone read 7 Habits? Yeah. You may recall, I think it's the 4th habit. Covey says, start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind, the 4th habit. So when he talks about this in the book, this is the example that he gives to the readers. He says, imagine the following. Imagine the following. You've decided to go out for a Sunday drive, out in your car, Sunday afternoon, just you. And you're driving the neighborhood, very familiar, and you drive by a building that you drive by all the time, except this time, the parking lot for this building is packed with cars. Packed with cars. You think, well, that's unusual. Why are all the cars there? So you decide to check it out. So you park your car in the parking lot, parking way at the back end. Now, this is not just any building that you've just parked at. This is a church, a place of faith, a mosque, synagogue. And so now you're really curious. And so you go walking into, let's just call it a church. You go walking into the church, and the church is packed with people, completely full. And now you're really curious, what's going on? What kind of service is this on a Sunday afternoon? And so you go looking for a seat, and you find a pew in the very back of the church, the last open seat. And you take your seat and you grab a program, and you look at the program, and again, you're curious, what's going on? What kind of service is this? Well, you've walked into a funeral. Of all services, this is a funeral. And now you're really curious about who passed away. You didn't remember hearing of anyone dying the past week. And you look and you notice this is a funeral for your business. Your company has passed away. Nobody told you. Your company has passed away. It was a pleasant death. So now you look at the program, you're attending a funeral for your business, and you're curious what's going to take place, and you see that three different people are going to give, what is it called? People get up and stand up and talk about your business. What do we call that?
Eulogy?
Eulogy, right? Eulogy. So three different people are scheduled to eulogize your business. The first is one of your employees, one of your favorite employees. The second is one of your customers, going to talk about what was it like to be one of your customers. And the third is your banker, going to talk about how you ran your business from a financial point of view. So you're sitting in this church, sitting in this pew, waiting for each of these people to eulogize your business. And what's going on in your head is, what are they going to say? What are they going to say about my business 10 years from now, 20 years from now? What would I expect to hear? What would I like to hear from each of these: customer, employee, banker? And so the exercise is you pull out a blank piece of paper and you write down the first sentence or two from each of these three different people.